It's the Daily Dog.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today for another song reaction and breakdown. Happy Friday, everybody. You made it to Friday, and y'all know, especially those of you that have been watching the channel, you know what happens on Friday. Big time pieces and big episodes, and today is no exception. I've been looking forward to looking into this piece for several weeks now. The band is Yes, and the piece is The Gates of Delirium. So, several weeks ago, I did a reaction to Close to the Edge and was just enthralled by that one. And I've had Yes fans like ever since going, dude, that one is good, but you got to check out Gates of Delirium. Many people that I've heard from in the Yes fandom consider this to be their pinnacle piece, and I have high hopes for it. A little bit about it. This is from the album Relayer, which was their 7th studio album released in 1974. This happens to be the first album that they did not to include Rick Wakeman on keyboards. As I understand, the lineup of the band for this album was John Anderson on vocals, Chris Squire on bass, Steve Howe on guitar, Alan White on percussion, and replacing Rick Wakeman was Patrick Moraz, who was a keyboard player and composer from Switzerland. Luckily enough, we have at our disposal the 2014 remix and remaster done by Steven Wilson. So I know it's going to sound great. The people in the band are seminal musicians, so I'm really looking forward to it. From what I read, this piece is loosely based on Tolstoy's War and Peace. I've found so far all the music that I have heard from Yes is timeless. It's just as fresh now as I'm sure it was back in the day. And when you write and create art about war and peace and conflict and the human condition, that stuff's not going to go out of style, and it's not going to stop being relevant. Sometimes, unfortunately, but there we are. The title is The Gates of Delirium, which is a remarkable title. It starts me thinking about all of the different sounds we might hear. And I looked up delirium just to be sure I was not delirious. Delirium, the definition, it says, is an acutely disturbed state of mind that occurs in fever, intoxication, and other disorders, and is characterized by restlessness, illusions, and incoherence of thought and speech. On that note, I am drinking a gin and tonic, so happy Friday, everybody. Hoping that it doesn't make me delirious. Like I said, I've had several people requesting this from me, especially my friend Tony. Tony, we're going to do it. Gates of Delirium, and Carl, who emailed me. Thanks again for requesting this piece. I have high hopes. And we are going to dive in right now. It's almost 22 minutes. So strap in, grab a beverage, and let's listen. Gates of Delirium by Yes. Here we go. Right in. No band sounds like that, especially with that bass. Wow. That bass already sounds so unique. I don't know how he gets to sound like that. It's so big. It sounds like they're on just a static D major chord, but I keep hearing A in the bass, so it's kind of an unmoored inversion. It's in second inversion. There's an added ninth in there occasionally too. Those are parallel fifths, war footing, right? The war march. The sound is incredible.
Stand and fight, we do consider they mind it up, and in a pact between us, let's see as we go.
And then you have John's voice that just comes in, and it makes everything just so much brighter. Peaceful lives will not deliver freedom. Destroy oppression, the point to reaction as leaders look to you, attacking. In these verses, they're going back and forth, it seems, from 4/4 and 7/8. Sequential. Back to D.
Wars that shout and screams of anguish, hearts spent passion despoils our soul receiver. Surely we know.
Those voicings are so rich. Almost sounds a little bit like the original Superman soundtrack. With that law of soul resolution. Bass. That's twice I've mentioned it. I'll probably mention it again. Chris has the most unique sound and approach to playing that I've heard. Listen, should we fight forever? Fear destroys. voice. I love how the bass follows the vocal line. Slay them, burn their children's laughter onto hell. Back to D. So much, it's hard to get a word in edgewise. Kind of a compound meter feel. The guitar sound, too. It's like it's being broadcast over a megaphone. So I think we're past the opening section with all of those opening lyrics in them, and as I was looking through them as John sang them, it strikes me. I know the piece is generally anti-war, but this opening, it's showing how people can be led astray into war, and it's sort of it sounds like it is going along with part of the novel that it's based on, of how people can feel like they don't have a choice, and we get to like demonize the other side, and war becomes inevitable. So we're into this little section in the middle, I think, where they're going to be doing some instrumentals for a while, and there's going to be some clashing going on. So let's keep at it. Here we go. C minor, which is a chromatic third away from where they were in E minor-ish. Was that big crash, that percussion crash I read about, how they had a whole bunch of like automotive parts, was it? And they just pushed the rack over and kept it in the mix? Does sound like war. Get mad. It's amazing how they incorporate the bass guitar into the voicings of all that's going on. It takes a very, very talented bass player to handle all that stuff. Still more half steps. Amazed by Chris. Back to E minor, I think. It's amazing. You do that many half steps, it clouds where you're going. It doesn't give us firm footing because everything becomes firm footing, and with everything is firm, everything's not firm, right? There has to be a hierarchy of roles if we're going to be in a key. And when you do all half steps or a lot of half steps like that, it clouds where home base is, and so you don't know your own reality anymore, right? So I think that's part of how they're playing the war footing in with going delirious as a person, as a society, from it. Is that a guitar? Steel guitar? Resolving to C. Back to A minor. Oh, is this the soon section? Sounds much more, yeah, at peace.
Oh, soon the light
His
that's
voice.
within and soothe this endless night. I'm waiting for you, our reason to be here.
Let's see.
Soon,
A minor.
oh soon the time. Oh, we move to gain, we'll reach and come. Our heart is open, our reason to be here. Long ago, set it to rhyme. Soon, oh soon the light ours to shape for all time.
Rising bass line, optimistic.
The sun will lead us, our reason to be here.
All the way. The bass goes all the way up to that high C. Soon the light, ours to shape for all time. Ours the right, the sun will lead us, our reason to be here. The guitar effects are amazing. They got into flats for a second, now they're back in A. A minor.
The sun will lead us, our reason to be here.
Minor 1 over 5, flat 6. Where are they going? C minor over G, A flat. We got all the way to the end. I didn't even know we were getting close to the end. Are you kidding me? Okay. I gotta hear the ending again because those chords were butter. Okay, where are we gonna go back to? I need. There.
The sun will lead us, our reason to be here.
Just want to try and follow it. That's 5, G major, 1. That's an A flat chord. C minor over G, I think. Like the A flat, flat 6. They're switching modal mixture. They're switching in between C major and C minor. I think they go to a pedal C. Major. E flat over C. Minor 4 over C. Wow. So that resolution melodically is an E flat up to an E natural over that C chord at the end. It ends hopeful. They're hopeful. I don't know how hopeful I am anymore, but I'm glad they are. And I'll try to take their example of leading by example and being hopeful. Y'all, holy buckets! I need more gin and tonic. I didn't have the emotional response here that I did with Close to the Edge. I think it was just something about how that organ came in Close to the Edge and just made my heart sink or sing, I should say. Soon, oh soon the light pass within and soothe the endless night and wait here for you, our reason to be here. All we move to gain will reach and calm, our heart is open, our reason to be here. It's a plea for peace, for an end to war. It makes sense to me. I mean, this was still, a product of the Vietnam era, and they had parents and family members who I'm sure went through Korea and World War II that was palpable to them, and I'm sure they were just sick and fucking tired of it. And just trying to appeal to any people in places of authority to listen, to say, if you pay attention to history, war may seem inevitable, but it may end up in the long term helping your particular cause, but the collateral damage is not worth it. At least I think that's what they're saying. The Gates of Delirium. Y'all, I am so happy to have finally been able to listen to that one, to be able to film the first reaction to it. And I'm sure I missed a ton, but thankfully it's recorded. I can go back and listen again. I have nothing bad to say about the mix. I thought everything that I've heard that Steven Wilson touches is gold as well. So, I don't have much more to say on this than that. What a wonderful, wonderful piece. 3 main parts. I think they could have done them almost as 3 separate tracks. This opening, I think it was around 8 minutes of a song, and then they had about another 8-ish minutes, right, of instrumental stuff that, by the way, was nuts. I could barely follow what was going on through all of those half steps. And then this beautiful prayer for peace at the end. I never get tired of listening to John Anderson sing and all the rest of the musicians play, including Chris Squire. That's the last time I'm going to listen or mention it on this particular video. Holy crap, I've never heard a bass player play like that and get a sound like that. It's completely unique to me. And the fact that you combine all of them, he's got that big bass sound, and then John's voice is just kind of floating on top of everything. It's the most unique sound. What a band, what a piece of music. Thanks everybody for being with me. I hope you enjoyed the journey. I sure did. And we'll be back next week with some more episodes. Until then, thanks for being with us, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.